Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go to the information. Y equals to x square negative 10x positive k. In the equation above, k is a constant. If the equation represents a parabola on the xy plane that is tangent to the x-axis, what is the value of k? Okay, whenever we have an equation in this form, y equals to ax square positive bx positive c, and if I sketch the graph of this equation, I'll be getting a vertical parabola and the leading coefficient, I mean the coefficient of x square. So a over here, if a is positive, then the parabola must open up. If a is negative, the parabola must open down. So the graph we get for this equation will be a vertical parabola, and the leading coefficient, I mean the coefficient of x square is just 1, it's a positive value. So we'll be getting a parabola which opens up for this equation. And also that parabola is tangent to the x-axis according to the information. Okay, now let me draw the parabola. Here we have x-axis and y-axis. So now I have to draw a vertical parabola which opens up, and also it has to be tangent to the x-axis. Let me draw a open parabola, and also it is tangent to the x-axis. Tangent means the parabola must touch the x-axis. So that is the parabola, the parabola of this equation intersect the x-axis at exactly at one point over here. So what is the y-coordinate at this point? So definitely the y-coordinate is 0, because if I consider any point on the x-axis, the y-coordinate is 0. Okay, if I want to get x-coordinate over here, what should I do? Actually, our aim is not to get the x-coordinate at this point. For example, if I want to get x-coordinate of this point, so what I have to do is I have to plug in 0 for, the y-coordinate 0 for y over here in this equation and solve for x. Okay, if I plug in y equals to 0, I'm getting 0 equals to x square negative 10x positive k. Or the same equation can be written as x square negative 10x positive k equals to 0. So here I'm getting a quadratic equation. Usually when I solve a quadratic equation, so the maximum number of real solutions I can get for the quadratic equations is 2. Sometimes I'll be getting only one real solution. Sometimes I won't be getting real solution. So if the parabola given by this equation intersects x-axis at 2 points, then we'll have 2 solutions for this quadratic equation. So if the parabola given by this equation intersects the x-axis at only 1 point, then we'll have only one real solution for this quadratic equation. In case the parabola given by this equation does not intersect x-axis, then no real solution for this quadratic equation. But in our case, clearly it's known that the parabola intersects x-axis exactly at 1 point. So this quadratic equation will have only one real solution. If a quadratic equation in standard form, that is, let's consider quadratic equation standard form, that is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. If a quadratic equation standard form has only one real solution, then the value of the discriminant b square negative 4ac must be equal to 0. Okay, here what is the value of b? B is the coefficient of x. In our case, b is negative 10. The coefficient of x is negative 10. We can plug in negative 10 for b. That is, it will become negative 10 square. Then negative 4 times a is the coefficient of x square. The coefficient of x square here is 1. And c is a constant term. In our quadratic equation, the constant term is just k. We can plug in k for c equals to 0. So the evaluation of this negative 10 square is just 100. Negative 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times k is 4k equals to 0. Now let's subtract 100 from both sides. When I do so, the positive 100 negative 100 will cancel. Negative 4k equals to negative 100. Then we can divide both sides by negative 4. When I do so, this negative 4 will cancel. I'm getting k equals to 25, because this negative will cancel. 4 goes into 4 one times, 4 goes into 100, 25. I got the value of k. The value of k is 25.